There's a lot of conversation to be had regarding taxes, the property tax hike, and Metro's finances and how it's being handled. We do want to get to one more caller before we end our show tonight. Jeff, if you're still hanging in there with us, do you have any questions or comments tonight? Jeff, do you hear us?
Yes, I'm saving the best for last. How you doing, Steve? I'm old Madison boy. How are you this evening?
Good.
Steve, I appreciate what you're doing for Tennessee and Davidson County, especially for Madison. My mom lives up here on Saunders. She's a homeowner. I'm not a homeowner, but I appreciate what you're trying to do for the Metro tax property. Rescinding that, I think it's a little bit too much. I mean, it don't kind of hurt me, but it does my mom. I talked to her today, and she said that she just paid her taxes. You know, I tell you what, I was going to tell you, I ain't trying to be facetious or smart. I wasn't going to call you Mr. Councilman, Mr. Glover. I'm just going to call you the next mayor. I believe it with all my heart. And I think we need somebody like you. I would have voted for Carol Swain. You wasn't running. But I told my mother, I believe with all my heart, if God's willing, he's going to be the next mayor, because you stand up for transparency. You don't listen to all this garbage. You tell it like it is, and that's what we need in this state, in this county. I love you, brother. I'm a Madison boy, too. Guess what? I think I'm more handsome than you. You're a little smarter than I am, but you did play some good football. You have a good evening, sir. It's good to see you and talk to you, Steve.
Thank you, sir. Well, first of all, thank you for calling me Steve. I like that better than quote titles. So anyway, we'll see about the other stuff. I mean, I don't know. That's a long conversation, and that's right now we got to deal with the tax issues, and let's try and take care of the folks right now. So I believe you said that was the last call.
Yeah, in HB 1315, for some of the callers just tuning in now to Facebook Live or on television, before they got here, we were talking about your plans for tomorrow. If you just want to summarize that for viewers and what you hope to happen.
So tomorrow I'll be up at the House, and I'll be in one of the committee rooms talking to one of the subcommittees about HB 1315. And the reason this is so important is because it's actually a bill we're trying to bring back to life, that if you exceed a 10% level on the debt ratio of your operating expenses, and Nashville now is getting close to 16%. You know, I go back 4 years, 5 years ago, and even Berkeley Allen said, if we exceed 12%, that's a danger zone. Well, as recently as a month or two ago, they said, oh no, everything's okay. We're in good shape because we raised taxes so drastically. The problem we have is if we keep doing this, it's a cliff that we will never be able to back off of. We'll fall over the edge. So I'm going to be out there tomorrow speaking to the state, asking them to intervene on the law and saying we can no longer allow these local governments, when they just want to abuse the taxpayers, to do whatever they want. So we'll see what's going to happen. I'm hoping that it goes back on the floor. I'm hoping that HB 13, if you will reach out to your House representative, your state senator, and let them know HB 13 is something critical that absolutely Nashville needs, but a lot of cities in Tennessee need. I'm going to be out, really advocating for that tomorrow. And so I hope we do that. I got to say thank you. Thank you tonight for all the folks who called in. Whether you like what I say or you don't like what I say, it's important to have these conversations. It's important to be transparent. And I hope I'm always able to do that. And I'm so grateful to be able to serve the folks of Nashville.
On that note, do you want to mention your resolution one more time for maybe the people who didn't catch the very beginning, and what we can expect tomorrow in about 40 seconds or less?
So tomorrow I'll be filing, and it'll be on next Tuesday's council meeting, a resolution asking if we're not going to lower the tax rate, we hire more police, more fire, more in the building community, and look at other aspects. It's a non-binding resolution, so it really doesn't bind the administration. However, I've been talking with the mayor's office about a piece of this, and I hope we can actually get somewhere with it, because it's time we stop this raising taxes and we start taking care of the people in Nashville.
Thanks so much, Steve. We do have to head to our last break, but thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, ma'am.